Voices of the Youths podcast, a podcast that amplifies.
But I mean, you have to understand a lot of our big artists are from
Copper Belt. Because how many do you know from
Lusaka, please.
no.
No.
On top of your head, how many do you know?
outside of XYZ.
Outside of that.
There's
Takwaba.
not Takwaba.
I mentioned one just now.
Natipalauka tatu kaleshe mu youth. Ukaleshe mu youth. Palauka sister ukaleshe mu youth. Ukaleshe mu youth. Panoni paseti tifuna voice ya mu youth. Ungangale ndiwe kemba. Panoni paseti tifuna voice ya mu youth. Olowenza vibala. Panoni paseti tifuna voice ya mu youth. Nabonse bama business. Panoni paseti tifuna voice ya mu youth. Nayi mamu ma office pushing em.
That you just mentioned that your voice over. He has a very nice big voice, you know. You can tell. You can say, okay, you're looking forward to hearing such a voice in a movie. And apparently, the voice and the face is giving. There's No, I'm just appreciating. No offense, you know. At the show, yeah. So there are people that you talk to on phone, you meet them in physical, you run away. Match the voice and the body and the person himself. But this is matching, you know. You like the voice. You like the it's giving, man.
Alright, good stuff. Actually, so my name is Destro, and Mutareno, capital N. Yeah, so ladies and gents, if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you do. Subscribe, you share, and like. Share, subscribe, and free. So if you need some, we can do something fun. Yeah, otherwise, welcome, Destro. We are actually privileged to have you in the building. Ladies and gents, this is someone that's very talented. I pick on my head. I've seen works first hand, as in person. It's actually just evil. So yeah, welcome. Next time, it's next to this.
We've been doing a lot of DSTV work actually.
Yes. Like for which company?
Zambezi Magic, I did the Independence ad. Zambian 60. The one that played on TV, yeah. Outside of that, I did the Premier League fan zone on Super Sport. It was always a dream of mine to say, if I'm doing voiceovers, I should get to do Super Sport, and it's come true. So for me, that's God speaking.
Sure,
that's God saying.
Was that your voice? Like Super Sport.
I've also done Go TV. Yeah, I've done Go TV locally for radio, and I've also done Go TV on TV, and I've done Showmax locally. So I'm doing a lot of things that are like within the sphere of multi-choice, or DSTV. Yeah. So God's been good. Locally, there's still a lot that we can do, because there's this concept of how long a client uses your voice for. That's paid for. There's only one company that ever paid me for that, and that's FNB.
Because they understand.
Because and you know they're not a Zambian company.
Exactly.
Right, and you have a lot of other companies that don't understand that usage is a viable thing. There are people who pay you 500 kwacha for a voiceover, and they use it for 2 years.
2 years, one way using up.
And it's a big client, so people, when they see you, wow, you're the one who did that. Wow, you must be swimming in money.
That's only swam once.
And me, I'm just there thinking to myself,
then just a bunch.
how will I tell them I'm not swimming in money? They won't believe me because the work is out there, right? So yeah, but also in Zambia, I've noticed that you have to navigate with a lot of wisdom. So even as you're going through the growing pains of the industry, you also have to, or the marketplace, you also have to know where or what hill to die on when it comes to your value. There are some people you build a relationship with, and then there are other people you stand on your business. Like this is exactly like this is me, take it or leave it. And then there are other people who you go like, you know what, I need you on my CV. Let's grow together. Let's go together. Let's do this. Yeah, there are those who are like that. And then also relationships that you have built. Someone can hit me up today, right? I'll give an example. I used to work for Kenny Rock as a copywriter. Him and Kayambila rather at Ground Zero. So if either of them call me up, I'm not going to first talk about the money. I'll let them tell me if they're gonna give me something. Because of the opportunities they afforded me, I'll quickly jump in, right? There's several things I've done where I haven't had to tell them, oh yeah, you need to pay me X amount, because they helped me get into the world of marketing and so on and so forth. So for me, if they say, okay, this is what's in the budget, I'm cool because of the opportunities that they gave me. I'm where I am because they had a role to play in it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I'm not going to go there and be like, yeah, you should pay me X amount. You know, exactly. There's a relationship. So but also if someone comes to me and we don't have an actual relationship and they're trying to build a relationship on the basis of I should undercharge them because they're my friend, those ones I'm very careful with, because I see it immediately. So you have to know, you have to discern. Discernment is very important when doing business. You know, some people like to think business isn't spiritual. It is. You have to be very discerning.
Actually,
exactly.
I agree with you because every day and every time, my boss will always say, business is spiritual. And I come to believe.
Why do you believe
it's
that?
spiritual.
Yeah.
It's who you give your money to, how you use your money to, where is your money coming from? How is it being used?
How is it circulating? Because money circulates. So if you find it's blood money and then you've received, and then you just find, ever since I got that payment,
it has nothing to do.
Things have been slow.
No.
You needed to pray over it. You needed to sanctify it. You needed to type it.
Don't just use the money because I've given you. You don't know where I've gotten that money from. Where someone was asking a question at Nanga. I don't know how I can say it. You know what I mean? I didn't give it because he was asking me a question to say, can they give tithe? Someone asked to say, imagine this person atoka kusevenze in such a manner. Because we're talking of money is spiritual. Then you get that money and give tithe.
Nah, God don't want it. God don't want it. God don't want it. No, but here's the thing. This is what people also don't understand about tithe. A lot of people have held the belief that when you tithe, it's going to God. No.
You end up with a past,
No. No. No.
Where does it go?
Tithe is the church's ability to be the hands and feet of Jesus. So Jesus had charged his disciples with saying, take care of the least of these, because whatever you do unto these, you have done unto me. So being the hands and feet of Jesus is basically taking care of the widows, the orphans, and the homeless. That's
business.
Okay.
That's the church business should be kingdom business, which is reaching out to more of these people.
More of these people,
right? So exactly, like and also if you're going to improve the church so that it is more comfortable, more this and that, there's nothing wrong with that, so long you are still being the hands and feet of Jesus. That's why it's very important for people to understand that tithe goes into taking care of the poor. Tithe goes into making sure the orphan has a shelter. Tithe goes into feeding the homeless. Tithe goes into, so when people see that, when I give to the church, I'm helping the church be the hands and feet of Jesus, people will give different.
Okay.
People will give more than tithe.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Makes
So
sense.
people shouldn't be manipulated on the issue of tithe. They should understand what it is for.
What it is for.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because
that's
it's
true.
not like they're going to burn that money and then it goes
The
into
ashes goes
or they'll put it in a
Yes,
specific
yeah.
or they'll put it in the upper room
Yeah.
and it will disappear.
You just disappear.
And
Find
God
yourself
Because a lot of
in
because a lot of times people think
instrument.
people think it's either it's gone, it's disappeared to God,
Yeah.
or the pastor has child.
Okay.
That's not the case, right?
Makes
Because
sense.
when
No,
people give tithes and offerings for that whole month, they are put in the storehouse, and then after they are placed in the storehouse, the church should have a board that decides, okay, from the tithes and offerings, these are the missions we are investing into, these are the orphanages we're going to visit, these are the works we're going to do on the church grounds, and then here's your salary as a pastor. You see what I mean?
Yes,
So yes, but even outside of a pastor having a church salary, he must have a job, he must work, because if he does not work, he should not eat.
In fact, before I even ask another question, before we divert, I think we'll leave it there. A story for another day. Because when we just talk
you've seen
about-
that there's so
Yes.
much I can talk about, huh?
Not really, but you just raised another point of saying, we've seen these papas of nowadays 24/7 in church. They don't work. They just want to manipulate people to bring your tithe, sow a seed, and those stuff. So we leave it there. It's a very into a scenario.
Yeah, so I think we can get to lastly the Kwacha Awards, the recent Kwacha Awards. Ceremony, I don't know if it's a ceremony or it's an event.
It's an event.
It's an event, huh?
Yeah, it was celebrating artistic excellence, just as their theme. What is it? Mission statement. Yeah, mission statement. Their mission statement is excellence. I know excellence is there. I've forgotten the other two, but there are two other words in there. So yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So looking at how the artists perform the whole entire year, because there's an artist of the year, the most happening,
yeah, best producer,
the best producer. There are a lot of awards that were given at the Kwacha Awards. Do you think those people are the most, are they the best, like
most deserving
doing their best rather than these people who, because we've seen these other people that their songs are hit, but you just find they are not there. No award, year in, year out.
Yeah, so I think, would you say they've been fair? Or maybe which category do you think?
I mean, which awards are fair? Which awards are fair? There was 2013 Grammys, right? The 2013 Grammys, Macklemore won Album of the Year. Was it Album of the Year? It should have been Album of the Year, and that's the year that Kendrick Lamar had arguably the best album that year, which was Good Kid, Mad City. Macklemore won.
And how many?
Macklemore went up on stage and said, "Hey, thank you for this Grammy, but I really think Kendrick deserves this."
Wow.
He even went on to apologize to Kendrick. "I'm sorry that I won this award." And me in my head, I'm like, no apology.
Kupanga mistake.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not about fairness, it's about criteria. So you have to ask, okay, what criteria were they using to award who they awarded? So based on the criteria they used, those people who won deserve the award.
But the criteria should go hand in hand with the category itself.
That's totally on the academy.
Best artist of the year.
Yeah.
That criteria should match that. You know what I mean? Because you can't just come, I think, maybe towards the end of the year, and then maybe you get an award as best artist.
Oh, you mean there should be, like similar to the Grammys, there should be.
It should make sense.
Like a calendar year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and then that's the best song of the year. You get the point.
Yeah.
Maybe the song has just played 2 months.
Okay, but then again, that's why I'm like, these are like questions for them now. Where you ask them, what criteria were you using? Because
the most category that has been making some noise on the internet is the one for Chef 187.
Which one?
360. He won as the best hip hop.
I was there. I was.
Oh, you attended?
I was second row. Yeah. I was in VIP.
Give us. Tell us
that category.
So that should have been what, best rap song of the year? It should have been. Yeah, it was best rap song of the year. It was best hip hop rap song of the year. Yeah.
Then he had a amendment. Because when we talk of the year,
360. I know, but it wasn't for the year.
Okay, for me personally, because he's a good friend and his manager is a mentor of mine. I had no qualms with him winning, because it also kind of felt like the other categories, they kind of snubbed him.
Exactly. I think for me, that's what I thought.
Yeah, like he wasn't in a lot of categories, so it also kind of felt like they were just giving him the
was
award.
a chef 187.
Yeah,
that was my thought from the beginning, because
but I also didn't pay too much attention to other songs that were there. I know Tim was also part of that category with Chibe. Yeah, and Tim is also like a really good friend. So for me, when I saw that, I was like, yeah, it's got to be between Tim and Chef, because once Chef is in a category, 9 times out of 10 you'll say right, and Tim just made a comeback, so it's understandable, right? But at the end of the day, I still relegate it to what criteria were they using, because a lot of us people have been posting about the Kwacha Music Awards from the day after. On the day itself, people are like, this one has won. So I was tracking all of that on Facebook, and I'm like, hey, Kwacha Music Awards are trending. At the same time, I kind of feel like they probably did some things deliberately, because they wanted that traction. That traction means
bring
that we're doing something.
What's going on this side?
Publicity. There's no such thing as bad publicity. You know what I mean?
Again, for me, I feel it's more of the copper belt, because when you look at these awards, most artists that won are from the copper belt. Never copper.
That was Lusaka province.
Oh yeah. This more one for
Lusaka province. You can imagine.
Yeah.
3/4 of the awards were the copper belt.
But I mean, you have to understand a lot of our big artists are from
copper belt. How many do you know from
Lusaka? Please.
No, the top of your head, how many do you know?
Outside of XYZ.
Outside of that.
There's not Takwaba.
I mentioned one just.
They were not even there.
I haven't seen man winning an award in the longest time of my life.
Which award do you want to win? Now.
We have
lifetime achievement.
Because again, now
lifetime achievement. You know, this is the
lifetime achievement.
Yes, this is
maybe that category might make
this
sense.
Lady has just, far away from nonsense. When these other artists misbehave and do what she's far from it. She gives us good news.
No, we are not like ma'am.
But it's still not ever win an award.
Kana wanapeleka post maningi vama
hiyo no somlusa.
Nio Sreya.
Nio no put. Umwa no.
Oh yeah. He's a Lusaka.
Tishon.
I think so.
Tishon no put.
So no, he's not from Kabwe.
Baila is it not?
No Kabwe na.
Baila is Central Province. Guys,
we need to pull up my token to go this game.
Please, can you go back to your residential homes?
Wow.
Yeah, so that we don't mistake you.
I think.
In our province.
Is it Baka?
Yeah, but because we can't have be seeing them in our province, thinking they are,
You sound like the Americans who don't like Tyler. You know Tyler?
Yes.
Tyler, South Africa.
Yeah.
Oh, there are a lot of them that don't.
Because a lot of them were like, no, Sexy Red at the better year, and I'm like, Sexy Red.
What did she do?
What did Sexy Red do? Sexy. Anyway, I won't say my true thoughts there. I might be cancelled. So, but I just felt it was undeserving that they were trying to dim her light when she's done it so amazingly. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
A lot of them were trying to say she's an industry plant. I'm like, how do they industry plant someone from SA? Like she had been buzzing on TikTok.
Exactly, you have to like them.
You know what I'm saying? To have actually even followed the journey. But yeah, coming back to Kwacha Music Awards, I definitely feel there's a lot that begs questions.
Sure.
You know, but for me, my biggest question to them is just criteria. Yeah, but outside of just within Zambia, like if we're being honest, a lot of big artists are from the Copper Belt.
Sure.
It can't be helped.
You know what
I'm saying? Exactly.
It's a CBD,
You know what
my
I'm
friend.
saying?
This is a CBD.
Yeah, so outside of that, I mean, Sun FM is from the Copper Belt. So if you want to counter that, I mean, Hot FM can stand up. You know, we too can stand up. Phoenix can stand up and say, all right, cool, we're gonna have Grammy style awards. You know, because after Mosi left and replaced their awards with Day of Thunder, there's been a gap in terms of like awards excellence, and I feel like that's what Kwacha Music has been trying to fill. It's been trying to fill that gap because the performances were brilliant. You know, the performances that they had were brilliant, and it was balanced. They had a section where you get gospel artists, right, and then they had sections where you get your favorite artists, right. So for me, that shows you that, they pay attention and they're getting better. They refrained from using Mulungushi because maybe sound would have been an issue. And they said, let's use Music Club because the Music Club is supposed to represent music. And they got Ben Blazer to do the sound mixing. You dig what I'm saying? And Ben Blazer is excellent at sound mixing.
Blazer.
And engineering. He's up there.
In fact,
he's from the Copper Belt. So...
Talking about producers, like
this
on top of your head, like 5. Who do you count? Producers.
5 producers. Personally, the ones I work with are the ones I count.
Okay, but like the ones that you don't work with.
The ones that I don't work with, where I can
or maybe
say,
even from this list. The one that
you have a list. You have a list.
Yeah, the ones that were nominated. So we've got best producer. There's Ben Blazer, Easy the producer, Icon Muspika, King Nachi, Mouse came along.
Okay.
I think even this guy should be here actually, Jazzy Boy is really good, especially like the Afro style that he usually produces for Chef. Excellent. I love all the songs that he's worked with Chef on. So I'd count him. Yeah, Jazzy Boy. Ben Blazer, of course. I don't know Icon Speaker, unfortunately. Why said it? You know, you've heard.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Icon Speaker.
Okay. I have to listen. I have to listen to his work. I have to listen to his work with Y Celeb.
Yeah, you should.
Also, I haven't really followed Y Celeb's music.
Oh yeah, maybe that's
outside of 408. I haven't really. I really liked the song. I don't know if it was a feature or that's his song.
Yeah, that's his song.
Yeah, I love that song.
That's Zambia Kuchalo.
I love that. Zambia Kuchalo was brilliant actually.
Yeah, true.
Yes, it was a brilliant album. I felt like Y Celeb actually developed a sound, and not only did he do that, he made it listenable. Because I remember at some point why I couldn't listen to Y Celeb was the mix on his sound felt like it was injuring ears and stuff. But he really honed in on it, and he really focused up. So for me, when I see such growth, I always give kudos. You know, so if Icon Muspika is behind that, then he's a brilliant producer. Easy is someone I personally know, and I rate him highly. He's always seeking to improve himself. He's always seeking to improve himself. I like the work that he did on Bobby East's last album, the recent released one. Like Easy is something.
Even Spiling is mad.
Spiling is mad as always. Both 1 and 2, it was easy. So Easy is something else.
That's why now that begs the question again. We shouldn't say best music producer. Maybe we should say best music producer this year. Things like that. Because the one that won
it's the thing is the very fact that the awards, the very fact King Nachi is dope though. The very fact that the awards,
Mr. Stash, Sanga Peter Stash on
the very fact that the awards, that's your opinion. Right? So most people's opinion. No, listen. People can agree with your opinion. It's still your opinion. It's like, there's a person with a big nose. Then there's 70 other people with big noses, similar to theirs. That's how opinions are. Opinions are like noses. Everyone has one. So we respect people's noses. We don't say chimpuno. You know what I'm saying? So Ben Blazer is like really up there.
because
And he's been in the game.
He's been in the game. He's one of the pioneers. He's like a godfather.
Yeah, it's like when it comes to the artists.
He's a godfather. You know what I'm saying? They made it possible for the rest of us.
Exactly.
They what? I would say they ran so we could fly.
Exactly.
Yes.
They've been role models.
Yeah.
Really.
So outside of that, the awards said these are the Kwacha Music Awards for which year? 2024. So even if the category just says best artist, it doesn't mean best artist for life. No. It means within this year.
2024.
Yes. So for this year, we are considering these as their best chart.
Yeah. But I mean, big ups to King Nach. He's done some good works.
He definitely has.
I know that's made up beat.
Oh yeah.
Because now I'm guys.
But King Nach is dope. King Nach is dope. There's works that he's doing with a gospel artist named Molto. Man, people need to check out that sound.
Okay, it's coming up.
It's coming up nice. It's coming up real nice. So yeah,
I'm looking forward to hearing that. In conclusion, what last words would you tell our viewers concerning voiceovers? How nice it is, how payable, how famous, how you can be part of the 5.
Just be excellent and work hard. One thing that I can say is work hard. No one owes you anything. You know, you can't be entitled to opportunity, neither to people that can grant it. Just work hard. Doesn't matter whether people notice you or not. They're always watching. Because there are times where you put out something, you get a few views, and you're like, people are not watching. It's not blowing up. Sometimes blowing up doesn't necessarily mean people got the message. You dig? So you might find the 100 people that watched actually got the message, and then you are worried about your friend who has maybe 16 million views, but you know what I'm saying. But when they go, because for me, what tripped me up is I would go to important places with important people, with people who are more famous than me, and the important people will recognize me and ask the famous people, oh wait, who are you? Oh, you're the one who did that song. Oh, but me, they will come to me directly and say, Mr. Fundanga, this, that, and the third. And that tripped me up because I was like, but these guys are more famous. Why? And I realized then that if you are doing something worth noting and you're doing it excellently, do it as unto God. Because God is the one who will ensure that your gift makes room for you. He will ensure that the right doors open for you. Never compare your journey to someone else's journey. That is what I can tell people. And finding your purpose, because a lot of people are very enamored with what's my purpose? What? Don't find your purpose. Find God's purpose for you. Yeah. When you do that, you will realize that life is much easier than we make it out to be. Yeah. I think that's what I think.
No, that's true. Thank you very much. But I think I can just go without saying, I liked the song that you did, your recent. Is it God Day?
Oh wow! Yeah.
I like how you just flowed. You know what I mean? Like,
thank you.
That tune is madness. Really. I would like to see the actual video because that was a.
Oh yeah. Budgets.
But the song.
The song has been out since December last year.
No, I mean you should share a link. I want you to listen to the full song.
Okay, I'll send you because it's off a mixtape titled Secrets 2. So. Yeah, it's on all streaming platforms. I'll definitely share the link with you, and so that you can have a listen. Secrets for me, I would say it's a mixtape, but people say it's an album. So I'm just like, oh, okay. You believe in the music that much? Then,
you know the visualizer? You know? You don't know?
No.
Guess.
You?
No. Tioness on my team.
Yeah.
Imagine our very own.
Tio and I are boys. Thick as thieves. Pretty much.
Wow. Thank you very much
thank you
for your time.
For having me.
Did you have if you want to talk about that?
It's a privilege to be among the, international. You tap the grace,
Amen.
It's not easy to find such people in our lives.
Wow.
It's a privilege for me. I'm really I'm bored and I'm grateful. If we can have another chat. Now this time should be about Christian. If you are because man of God, this God for our viewers that are watching this episode, please take time and follow him on Instagram, on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment. Feedback is always important. Like
yes,
we were talking
is.
about it last week. Feedback is always important in everything. And when I read everything, feedback.
Feedback yako. Wewe tatwala ndepo zaendelea jambo shimika vinangwa. So it is what it is, and will always be what it will be. Let's keep it that way. That's
My dreams. My dreams. Get up pushing on my phone for the TV. What's trending? Life all over my love.
Oh, my 3, 4, 1.
We see me no angozi. Baimvera bafana bakulu na angozi.